A YouTube icon who once commanded tens of millions of views and widespread respect has just released a new video, only to be widely condemned, exposing a shocking new low for both him and his former friend. Today, we're dissecting the controversial return of idubbzz's Content Cop series, this time targeting former friend H3H3 Productions. We'll unravel the deeply troubling roster of collaborators, the glaring hypocrisy, and the utter degradation of comedic quality that marks this long-awaited yet tragically disappointing comeback, revealing how far both creators have truly fallen. If a once beloved creator fundamentally changes their content and persona, can they ever truly win back their original audience? Or is that trust irrevocably broken? Share your thoughts on creative evolution and audience loyalty below. For years, idubbz, Ian Carter, reigned as one of YouTube's most influential commentary creators. His Content Cop series was a monumental event, known for its meticulously crafted, well-researched videos dissecting controversial figures. Each episode consistently garnered over 10 to 20 million views, cementing idubbz's reputation as a sharp, talented, and often hilarious voice on the platform. He was largely respected for taking on figures who, arguably, deserved the criticism, from Tana Mongeau and Keemstar to LeafyIsHere. This era was, for many, the golden age of YouTube commentary. However, in the years that followed, idubbz underwent a significant and often perplexing identity crisis. He publicly disavowed much of his older content, expressing regret and declaring, "Oh, I was a bad person, I shouldn't have made those videos." This dramatic shift, often perceived as an embrace of woke ideology, alienated a vast portion of his loyal audience, who felt he had abandoned the very principles that made him popular. His content transitioned to align with this new persona, leading to a massive loss of viewership and widespread disillusionment. This brings us to today. idubbz has unexpectedly dropped a new Content Cop episode, this time targeting H3H3 Productions, Ethan Klein, a creator with whom he shared a deep, well-documented friendship during YouTube's golden era, collaborating on many absolutely hilarious videos. It's a sad turn to see such a prominent friendship devolve into this public spectacle, with idubbz now calling out Ethan for alleged harassment and hypocrisy. Many observers, including myself, view both creators as having had a massive fall from grace, transforming from hilarious, amazing creators into sad train wrecks. The controversy around this new Content Cop begins not with the content itself, but with the collaborators listed in the video's description, a lineup that immediately raised numerous red flags. This group is, quite frankly, an absolute nightmare blunt rotation of dishonest people, suggesting a deeply troubling shift in idubbz's judgment and associations. First on the list is Hassan Piker, infamously characterized as an open terrorist supporter, a fact, not an opinion, who lies as easily as he breathes. This is the same Hassan who lives a rich elite lifestyle in a 3 million mansion, embodying the very definition of a champagne socialist. Past controversies include him allegedly laughing at an old man, literally getting beaten and robbed, and laughing at dead babies. Most egregiously, he's been saying disturbing things, like it's okay for women to get essays sexually assaulted as long as they're from rich colleges. Next, there's Denims, described as just female Hassan, a streamer who shockingly put out a $30,000 bounty on another creator, Asmongold, offering her fans money to make this disappear and to make Eve's breasts bigger in a video game, an act that has been seriously considered a felony and prompted calls for police reports. The list continues with Shonda Onda Black, who publicly stated, then censored, a desire to kill Destiny, another streamer, believing it would just be so easy to just solve all of our problems. We would have socialism now at this point if someone just went out of their way. The troubling roster of collaborators extends further, creating what many view as idubbz's personal goon squad of controversial figures. Frogan, identified as Hassan's head moderator, has her own history of public outcry. We've seen her previously shaming streamer Ludwig Ogren for donating $10,000 to Gaza, while she herself was actively egging for donations on stream for her own stream to pay her rent, without contributing any of her own money. Her critique of Ludwig was cutting. Me? I donated $10,000, but I'm not going to promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Keep your fucking money, keep your $10,000, keep your little chump change. This exposed a clear hypocrisy in her public stance. Then there's Noah Samson, a creator currently facing a lawsuit for allegedly blatantly lying in his videos. His past includes falsely accusing another YouTuber, taking them completely out of context. The final, and arguably most significant collaborator, not explicitly credited in the video's description, is idubbz's own wife, Anissa Jomha. Anissa herself has been a controversial figure, known for her public, unhinged meltdown against the commentary community. Her criticism included attacking commentators for not knowing what it is to work a normal job while simultaneously having an OnlyFans account. The irony was palpable. How are you possibly going to call out anyone about not working a real job when you sell your your body online. That is irony already insane. The involvement of these figures means that regardless of who wins this beef, the internet and those who dislike these personalities are essentially the real winner. It's merely a bunch of people we don't like fighting each other, turning what could have been a meaningful commentary into a public spectacle of hypocrisy. The opening of idubbbbz's new Content Cop video undeniably triggered a wave of nostalgia for many longtime viewers. The series' iconic skits from previous installments were genuinely pretty funny, and the accompanying music was pretty iconic. For a brief moment, it truly felt like something special was about to unfold, a return to the glory days of incisive, humorous commentary. However, the initial hope quickly gave way to disappointment. The video, in stark contrast to its predecessors, is incredibly unfunny. It lacks any genuine joy, resembling instead a massive rant, primarily dedicated to defending his political buddies like Hassan and his associates. This immediately alienates any viewer not steeped in current political streaming drama, reducing the once broad appeal of Content Cop to a niche ideological squabble. The core problem for many is that idubbbbz's entire identity appears to have been consumed by politics. As a non-American observer, I emphasize that I don't give a single fuck about politics at all, arguing that obsessive political engagement completely rots their brain and turns them into sad, pathetic individuals akin to idubbbbz and his group of cronies. The video struggles to transcend its political bias, becoming a vehicle for partisan defense rather than objective critique. The core of idubbbbz's new Content Cop is a sustained attack on Ethan Klein for alleged harassment. Yet, this entire premise is undermined by a glaring, undeniable hypocrisy, given the company idubbbbz now keeps. The video features a bizarre, drawn-out Wake Up Ethan skit, where various collaborators repeatedly tell Ethan to wake up from his nightmare, urging him, "The fucking idubbbbz is telling you to wake up, Ethan, wake up." This sequence, filled with Fortnite L dances performed by a bunch of fucking streamers, is described as the cringiest shit you will ever see, marking an absolutely insane degradation of quality from previous Content Cops. The irony is lost on idubbbbz. He is accusing Ethan of harassment, while his own new buddies, like Hassan's community and his goon squad, are literally constantly harassing people non-stop, even issuing death threats and bounties. The sentiment from the peanut gallery is biting. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. idubbbbz, in this new Content Cop, attempts to portray himself as a neutral party forced into action by Ethan Klein's behavior, saying, "I didn't plan on making a Content Cop on H3. It sounds very stupid even saying that. In 2016, I would have been like, oh yeah, if I ever do that, it's gotta be because I lose the plot." Well, it turns out it's not me losing the plot, it's Ethan. This self-serving narrative entirely ignores his own dramatic shift and subsequent loss of audience, suggesting that Ethan is solely to blame for their fractured relationship. Yet, the reality is that it's actually both of you. Both of you somehow did a complete 180 and became soy, cringe, puck content creators who abandoned your audience, the people who actually cared for you and supported you. The criticism points to a palpable decline. You can actively see that the life has been drained out of them, becoming unfunny political shills who like to pretend that they are better than everybody. idubbbbz's defense of Hassan as very well equipped to discuss serious topics is particularly galling, given Hassan's documented history of taking absolutely everything out of context and lying in a borderline sociopathic way. The critique is blunt. In any sane society, Hassan would be in prison a long time ago, having cryptically tweeted about killing people. For idubbbbz to align with and defend such figures while simultaneously criticizing Ethan for similar or lesser infractions underscores the profound hypocrisy that pervades this new Content Cop.